This week on eNEWS, the college helps to provide wellness services to improve students' mental health. The research aims to widen students' education and academics. For sports this week, we'll take a look at the Kodiak's season of competition.
Welcome to eNEWS. I'm Kira Astalos.
And I'm Laura Castro. Here's today's top stories. The Lethbridge College Students Association held its annual election over the past 3 days. The positions of President, Vice President of Operations and Finance, and Vice President of Student Life were all up for grabs. Sharon Boyd was successful in becoming Vice President of Student Life. Meanwhile, Raj Rodi has been elected as the President of the LCSA. He says he will advocate for more money in students' pockets.
I'll be working towards getting more financial aid towards domestic and international students, because I have seen that the same scholarship doesn't apply to both.
Operations and Finance position requires a re-election after both candidates saw their results nullified. The new election will take place on March 19th and 20th, with nominations opening on Monday.
College life is known for the pressure it puts on students. Participation in social events has proven helpful in relieving stress. Alex Node has the tea.
The hustle and bustle of the school year can sometimes make it difficult for students to sit down and get to know their peers. At Lethbridge College, the Cave is a place where they can get away from the stress of looming deadlines. Once a month, Lethbridge College Students Association hosts an event known as Unity. It gives students the opportunity to get to know people outside of their everyday friend groups. Parisa Bosa Agausen is a student in the General Arts and Science program. She says that being part of the student union has helped her manage the stress of her classes.
Being able to organize events, being part of the student union, interacting with students, and just helping with all the events sort of helped me a lot. I'm able to really interact with people. I like to be very social. So talking to people and having that interaction really helps a lot.
Health Promotion Coordinator Lori Harrison says that socialization along with physical exercise and a good night's sleep are crucial for students' mental well-being.
We do need the sun and we benefit from the sun, and being outdoors is shown to actually improve our mental health. Exercising, being active, and if it's cold out, I mean, that could be a walk inside around campus. Connecting with others is really critical, and good sleep and eating well, even though I know that can be really hard when you're not feeling great.
Wellness Services at Lethbridge College offers a variety of resources for students. These include a full medical clinic and mental health professionals located on campus. Bosa Agausen says having an in-person counselor to talk to about problems has really benefited her.
It's always nice to talk to strangers, and I think having a therapist who is not close to me, who I have no personal relationship with, helps, so I'm able to just vent without caring how the person will judge me.
Whether you are sipping or spilling the tea, making new friendships is beneficial to everyone's mental well-being. For eNEWS, I'm Alex Node.
For information on all of the events happening around campus, go to lethbridge.ca/events.
Wellness Services at Lethbridge College is hosting a new event to help students connect and see how they're coping with student life. Angie Weeb has more.
Students are busy making friends and creating art at a new event called Crafts and Connections. The event is to help students get a break from school. It lets them focus on different activities and be creative. A student at Lethbridge College, Abhay Taku, attended the first Crafts and Connections event where students made vision boards. He says it's cool to be able to see each other's perspectives and art at this event.
It's a good way to open up, get free snacks, and draw whatever you want to draw and feel like a child for like 15 or 30 minutes.
One of Wellness Services' mental health therapists, Delaney Kubik, helped set up the new event. She said other events involving crafts have been a success and students enjoyed the creative aspect. This is what she hopes can happen with Crafts and Connections.
We saw a real need for opportunities for students to kind of de-stress, take some of the load off.
As an international student who recently arrived in Canada, Taku says it's great to be able to feel the sense of community and connect with other students.
I think events like this help you relate with people. You get to know them, you get to know how similar your and their ideas are. You can actually make friendships this way.
There will be many craft opportunities such as painting, drawing, coloring, and more structured activities. All the crafts are simple so anyone can participate. The event is open to everyone to unwind and create what they want. Crafts and Connections is happening through the semester with new crafts every week. Angie Wiebe, eNEWS.
The college is always hosting other events for students to meet and participate in fun activities. Visit lethbridgecollege.ca/events to see what else is going on.
Lethbridge College has a number of diverse activities going on, Black History Month being one of them. Sarah Mnanga is live on campus to explain more. Sarah.
Thank you, Kira. Throughout Canada, there's been an increase in post-secondary international students. One of the benefits is learning new culture. Lethbridge College has celebrated Black History Month through February to bring community engagement. As the number of international students continue to rise, so does community diversity. Lethbridge College, together with Lethbridge College Students Association, marked Black History Month in February with engaging educational, celebratory events and activities. Student Representative Sharon Boyd says they plan to bring community togetherness.
We'll have a kick-off ceremony where I have to introduce what Black History Month means to people, and then we have dance workshops where you have to teach them the Afro-fusion dance workshop, which is totally free for the whole community. So we're expecting lots of people going who are going to come and show up and try to learn our moves.
Every February, people across Canada participate in Black History Month events and festivities that honor the legacy of Black people in Canada and their communities. Lethbridge College student Teresa Ogason says this celebration is a good way to mark her people's history.
History, our struggles, all the fights that we fought to get to where we are, to get the recognition that we have as a race. Mostly it's about our culture, who we are as a person, what sets us apart as the Black community.
LCSA say this month-long event was planned to bring the college engagement beyond the 1 month of Black History celebrations. More information on upcoming events hosted by the LCSA, visit mylcsa.com. Sarah Mnanga, eNEWS. Canadian Heritage chose Black Excellence as the theme for this year's Black History Month, a heritage to celebrate, a future to build. Back to you, Laura.
Thank you, Sarah. A vibrant celebration of flavor and culture. Experience the culinary wonders of Philippine street food. Janine Daroca has the story.
Mabuhay, I'm Janine Daroca, and get ready to dive into the vibrant world of Filipino street food. Here at Top 5 Must Try. Starting at number 5, we have the beloved isaw. It is a grilled chicken or pork intestine and has a smoky flavor like barbecue. Sizzling at number 4 is sisig. It is the chopped pig parts and chicken livers seasoned in calamansi, onion, and pepper. Getting our third spot, we have lumpia with a crispy wrapper filled with flavorful ground meat, vegetables, and shrimp sometimes. Let's go with our runner-up at number 2, kwek kwek, my personal favorite. It is a quail eggs that is butter fried in light tempura. At number 1, Filipino street food is not complete without the famous balut. It is a boiled fertilized egg embryo that can be eaten straight from its shell. That's our top 5 must-try Filipino street food when visiting Philippines. So see you there.
If you want to add some spice to your taste buds, visit the Philippines. Coming up after this, we will take a look at how the college is helping students find careers after they graduate, and how the college is helping to provide qualified tradespeople for the growing economy. But first, I take a look at the most popular hashtags in musical theater. Hi there, my name is Laura Castro, and I'm here to bring you the top 5 hashtags in the musical theater world. First up is hashtag singer. Some of the vocalists in musicals are insane. One of the most iconic live musical theater performances has got to be Nicole Scherzinger's rendition of Phantom of the Opera. Up next is hashtag London. A lot of iconic musicals come from the Brits, like Roald Dahl's musical adaptation of Matilda. The next one is hashtag dancer. What would a musical be without its memorable dance numbers? Broadway shows such as Newsies, Chicago, and a chorus line? Speaking of Broadway shows, our next popular hashtag is hashtag Broadway. It's every theater fanatic's dream to go see a Broadway show on the big stage in New York. Imagine watching a show like Wicked or Hamilton. Maybe not Cats, but something like Mamma Mia for sure. That brings us to our last one, hashtag Theater Kids. Because what's a show without its actors? Then, if the kid sticks to it, they grow into theater adults. You may be wondering why I didn't put a picture of a theater adult. That's because you're looking at her. Well, that's enough of all that jazz. Those are my top 5 hashtags in the musical theater world. Welcome back to eNEWS. With reduced provincial funding to post-secondary institutions, Lethbridge College is increasing its focus on applied research. These programs are generating new funding through industry partnerships. Brett Brown has more.
The Aquaponics Lab is one of several applied research facilities at Lethbridge College. The work being done in these facilities has helped the college establish itself as one of the top research colleges in Canada. In fact, thanks to a large increase in research funding, Lethbridge College was recently ranked 11th in Canada's top 50 research colleges. Senior research scientist Nick Zavidov says the ranking is a validation of the work being done on applied research at Lethbridge College.
Of course, it makes us very happy that our work contributed to their standing of the college in educational system in Canada.
Current research projects at Lethbridge College focus on a wide range of applications, from agriculture to virtual reality. Director of Applied Research Operations Andrew Dunlap says the college's top ranking is a recognition of the growing scope of the work being done here.
It's a nice indication to the outer world that just the capacity we have to do applied research and the value of that applied research.
Zavidov says applied research is increasingly important because it provides industry partners access to cutting-edge technologies being developed at the college. Beyond that, he says the work being done in areas like sustainable agriculture benefits everyone.
Our purpose here is to help people. That's what applied research is for. Help people, helping farmers, helping communities.
If the college continues to attract funding, it could receive even greater recognition for its research efforts. Brett Brown, eNEWS.
Lethbridge College continues to bring in additional research dollars. It was recently awarded $1 million in infrastructure funding from the provincial government to expand its applied research in irrigation science.
A program at Lethbridge College has teamed up with the City of Lethbridge to recreate famous landmarks in the virtual world. They are doing this by utilizing drone technology. Justin Sibbett reports.
This little drone is on a big mission to connect the real world with the virtual one. Students in the virtual reality program at Lethbridge College are bringing a full city block into the VR world at full scale. The Civic Commons area, which includes City Hall, the Yates Memorial Theater, and the Old Courthouse, are all being brought to life in pixels. Lethbridge College VR students Liam Watson and Haley Matula say drones are used to capture the data needed for this project, but it is never easy.
The pictures, lightings, and everything have to be extremely similar. So if one side's really dark and one side's really light, it could completely mess up the program or the data set.
Both students say there are a lot of other obstacles, like window reflections, that create unique challenges during the project. Meanwhile, Lethbridge College field technician and drone operator Tyler Waldron says the process requires thousands of images to process a single building.
And it's kind of like that old flip book movie that you would do, where you draw a picture on one page and you draw a picture slightly different on the next page and the next page and the next page, and once you flip them, it looks like a video.
Waldron says he took over 4,000 images to fully realize the old city courthouse in the virtual world. While this project will be used by the city of Lethbridge in the future, these students are receiving the benefit of the job today. Lethbridge College instructor Trin Simpson says students are actively making a network that will serve them well once they graduate from the program.
I think the overall goal is to get our students connected with clients, getting them connected with the community, with the city, with industry, and showcasing some of their skills.
Other Lethbridge College programs are involved in this large-scale project, such as architectural animation. For eNEWS, I'm Justin Sibbett.
The footage was captured in late January, with the project expected to be completed later this spring.
Since the pandemic, the Canadian labor market has experienced a shortage of trained workers. Lethbridge College is using government funding to help with the demand. Mark Solomon has the report.
And then you can see how much International students at Lethbridge College will be getting a boost to their training in the trades. The college has been awarded a 3,000 grant by Alberta's Ministry of Trade, Immigration and Multiculturalism. This funding aims to support and strengthen the diverse and growing workforce in the communities. Loy Kodyamat is one of the pathway to the trades program participants. He came to Canada as temporary foreign worker. Loy sees the program's advantages and now he's enrolled to improve his skills in welding.
We're building those mobile homes, but then there's an opportunity open for a welder. In order for me to do the job, I have to go to school to get the skill.
According to Associate Dean for Trades Kevin Weiber, this 15-week program focuses on building professional skills needed to enter and succeed in the local labor market.
And so what we've done is we've tried to tailor the timing in the program a little more to that demographic, that type of a group. The good part about the way that it worked out was that we put a lot of people in touch with potential employers.
As a requirement for the trades employment, students will be enrolled in a course covering industry-specific English terminology and language.
But the key thing for the SILT program was that it gave each of them an opportunity to practice the language that was critical to be able to operate in that environment.
For a non-English speaker like Loy, learning English is important so he can better understand the welding terminology used.
Taking this trade is not that easy for a person that doesn't know how to speak and how to understand English. So it is a must that you have to know how to speak English and understand it.
Students finishing the program will possess the essential skills and knowledge to successfully pass the Alberta's Apprenticeship and Industry Training Entrance Exam. For eNEWS, Mark Suleiman.
To learn more about this new trades program at the college, visit the Lethbridge College website.
For more information on all activities in Lethbridge, go to visitlethbridge.com. Coming up after this, we'll say bye to Kodiak senior athletes as they wrap up their college athletic careers and how Lethbridge College Esports is preparing for upcoming events. But first, here's Nakota Thunder Chief with the Kodiak Report.
Welcome everybody here. We're going to do a little weekend recap of the ACAC, and of course we have Adina Wickstrom, number 6, at Lethbridge College Kodiak's women's volleyball team. Now it's kind of really going to the ACAC weekend here. Again, it wasn't the outcome the Kodiaks wanted, but what was kind of the overview of the weekend and the experience you got from it?
I think in all, it was a really great experience and a good bonding time for me and my team. It all started Wednesday with the banquet and then Thursday and Friday, and we spent a lot of time together and just focusing on game plans, and I think it helped a lot.
And now let's kind of dive deeper into the games themselves. You guys went against the defending champions, the Lakeland Rustlers. What was the whole mindset kind of taking them on as your first game of the tournament?
Going against them, you know you're going in as the underdog, so our main goal was to go in and just put pressure on the other team, especially from the service line, and just try to do our best to put them out of system and hopefully take some points.
And then going into the TKU game now, I get it was one you guys thought you had in the bag, but what was the kind of breakdown of that game?
That game was a little bit harder. The first set we really came out on top for the majority of it and just lost by 2 points. But I think the next 2 sets, the pressure just really set in. All in all, I think we all played great that game as well.
And you are a returning player for the Kodiaks. Can we expect a different look of the Kodiaks, the kind of game you guys will bring and really bring it to the next level next year?
I think next year, because we'll have a lot more returning veterans, we're going to take a step up and maybe even a step further than we have before in this program. I think we have a really good shot at being one of the best teams in the league. So that's the goal.
And that's all the time we have here. So thank you, Adina Wickstrom, to really sit down and talk about your career in the Kodiaks. I'm the Thunder Chief, and we'll throw it back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Nakota. Lethbridge College rookie Courtney Surface shares how she balances being a first-year Kodiak with the stress of also being a new student in the nursing program.
Lethbridge College Kodiak rookie Courtney Surface is a first-year student in the college nursing program. Her schedule can be very stressful, but Surface has found ways to deal with the stress of both worlds. She says this year has been difficult adjusting to her new lifestyle.
It's different coming out of high school. Everything is so different. Living on my own, it's just kind of getting used to being on your own and making time for practice and school So it's just finding that balance.
Athletics and Recreation Service Director Todd Coughlin says not only is being a Lethbridge College Kodiak something to be proud of, it's also something that takes great strength.
We're just very clear about all our support services because, again, time management is a crunch as a student athlete. So being able to know that there is support there and to realize that it's actually shows strength to ask for help, we promote that because, I mean, you know, mental health and wellness is such a big piece now that we want to make sure we're playing our role.
Mental health and wellness plays a big role in a Kodiak's life. Surface says it's important for athletes to focus on their academics.
Just keep going. It gets easier, so just keep pushing through, and keeping up with your school is very important.
Courtney reassures us that balancing academics and sports is possible with time management and adapting to a new lifestyle. Kiera Astolos, eNEWS.
Lethbridge College hosted the volleyball ACACs during Reading Week. Find out more at kodiaksathletics.ca to see how they did.
The Lethbridge College Kodiaks will be hosting some exciting on-the-court action this year, but winter semester also means saying farewell to players coming to the end of their college careers. Zach Robinson has more.
The sounds of evening practice warm-ups in the Val Matteotti Gymnasium are coming to an end for some Kodiak athletes. The men's volleyball libero, Adam Boris, is in his third and final year at Lethbridge College and says the feeling is surreal.
It doesn't quite feel real. I've been here this is my third year now, so that's a lot of time spent doing the same things week to week and the same things, and so it's definitely it's kind of a surreal feeling that I'll be stepping out of this.
To celebrate players who will be leaving the home of the Kodiaks, there is a senior send-off night to say goodbye. Head coach Greg Gibbous says it's always hard to say farewell, but this year it's especially difficult.
Well, for these athletes in particular, it's hard. All three of them are local athletes, so they're athletes that are from Lethbridge originally. So not only did our paths cross before the recruiting process, they've been in Kodiak summer camps, they've been in Stars camps. Some of these athletes I've known 10 to 12 years, right, depending on the familiarity with their program and their involvement in Lethbridge volleyball in general.
Boris says through Kodiak's volleyball, he has learned a lot about himself and is better prepared for the real world. He hopes that future players will get the most out of their time as a Kodiak, like he did.
I think for any newcomers, the biggest advice that I would give to them would just be to soak it all in. And I remember being told this when I first came to the college, and everyone says that it goes by quickly, but you don't fully believe it until you're kind of standing where I am now.
Both Gibbous and Boris are confident in the future of the Kodiaks volleyball team and their potential success next year. Zach Robinson, eNEWS.
Alongside Adam Boris, the Kodiaks will say farewell to Sam Crichton and Cole Hemmerling this season.
For many people, New Year's is all about new resolutions. One popular goal is placing a high priority on fitness and health. The Be Fit for Life program at Lethbridge College helps individuals reach that achievement. Janine DeRoca has more.
Be Fit for Life provides health and wellness programming for college students, faculty, and community members through its dynamic fitness program. Project Coordinator for Be Fit for Life, Diane Gallagher, says they offer a diverse array of programs that can fit into anyone's busy schedule.
We have some morning classes, noon hour classes that are really targeted at staff, and then also some evening classes for, and actually any class is open for staff, students, or faculty or community members.
Gallagher also pointed out that all their instructors hold a certification from Fitness Alberta under the Fitness Instructor Certification Training. Anna Zarubina was an exercise science student and is now a certified instructor within the program. She says it has been a satisfying journey.
I was passionate about fitness, and with the help with Be Fit for Life, I did some certification with them. And then I just tried to look for a job in this area, and they offer me to do like one course.
Despite the variety of classes and certified instructors available, Gallagher says they are still looking for higher students' participation.
We don't have a lot of students as participants, but they are absolutely welcome to join. We would love to have more students take advantage of these classes being right here on campus.
As semesters unfold, Be Fit for Life continues to encourage and motivate individuals with their fitness journey. Janine Daraca, eNEWS.
Still open. Students can register at LCSA and receive a 50% discount. For more information, you may reach out to Be Fit for Life at lethbridgecollege.ca.
Lethbridge College Kodiak esports team has been continuing a great season of competition for the winter semester. Our own Laura Castro has the story.
Let's just take Kevin here. I can stun it.
This semester, the esports team is starting in the NEWS League and will be competing against world champions. The Valorant team's players and coaches are preparing daily for the competitive season. Team captain of the Valorant team, Bradley Pike, says his role and responsibilities play a major part in driving his team toward success.
So as a team captain, I kind of have to lead and understand the map, what the other team's doing, how to play against them, and just making strategies generally.
The Kodiak's Esports Lab is located in the Andrews building at the college. The team is made up of 3 feature games: Valorant, League of Legends, and Rocket League. Head coach of the Valorant team, Sam Young, says he feels confident in his team's abilities and believes they will have a successful rookie season in the NEWS League.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what my team can do, how we've improved since the beginning. We've improved quite a bit since we started the season. I think we have a good chance of making a name for ourselves as our first season in NEWS Star League.
Pike says he is very excited and grateful for the opportunities the esports team has this semester. He says going head-to-head against the best teams in the world is the chance of a lifetime.
We're playing in the Varsity Premier, which is the top of the top Division I level. All the best teams in the world. We're competing against world champions, and yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. And then we also have the Alberta Esports Expo, which is one of the biggest esports tournaments in Canada. And luckily we get to host it here in Alberta, so we're very thankful for that.
Playing video games sure isn't easy, and esports is evolving every day. Laura Castro, eNEWS.
The Kodiak's esports team is paving the path to a great semester. Tryouts for new gamers to join next year's roster will be happening in the fall semester.
AI is taking its role in society and evolving more and more every day. Angie Weeb asked ChatGPT for its favorite hashtags, and here's what it chose.
Hi, I'm Angie Weeb, and I asked ChatGPT to give me its top 5 favorite hashtags. Here's what AI chose. Hashtag Motivation Monday. As ChatGPT wrote, I guess even AI needs to be motivated sometimes. Here's your weekly motivation. Strive for progress, not perfection. Hashtag Tech Tuesday. I quote, being a digital entity, I naturally have an affinity to technology-related discussions and updates. Gross, technical things. Hashtag Wordplay Wednesday. I'd never even heard of Wordplay Wednesday before, and I think wordplay is just confusing and not really my thing. And I don't know why AI likes it. Hashtag Throwback Thursday. It says it's always fun to reminisce about the past and see old photos and memories resurface. It might not be Thursday, but here's a throwback picture of me. Hashtag Friday Feeling. This one I can get behind. I also cannot wait for the weekend. It's the best part of every week. There you have it, ChatGPT's top hashtags. I wonder if they'd be different next time the same question is asked, and if they still like weekday-related hashtags.
That's all the time we have for eNEWS. Thanks for watching. I'm Kira Astalos.
And I'm Laura Castro. We'll see you next time.